Senior Professor of Fun University and your intrepid hostess of Craft Roulette, episode 37, I think. 37, that's like, we're getting bearing down on a year's worth of Craft Roulette, and it has changed over the months, and it has gotten better, and now we have this host, that we have a guest crafter thing that we are doing, and I get to hang out on Friday night with some of the best crafters on YouTube and in Stampin' Up! And in Close to My Heart. Kiss my brain. Oh, that makes me very happy. I am a happy little hostess. It doesn't even matter if my craft is cute. It doesn't. I just let them do what they do and put them on the spot. But they are so good at it that they just smile and do something fantastic every time. I have not thought badly about any project that I've gotten out of my craft host or my craft guest crafters. Tonight, I gotta say to Leslie, she was scheduled, Leslie Benson from the Plaid Poodle, and she had a family emergency and she isn't going to come tonight, but we have in her stead a very favorite guest crafter named artist Percy-Robb from Toronto, Ontario. Please welcome her. Ta-da! Can you hear the clapping?
I can hear it.
That's so fun.
Oh, I feel like a star.
Oh, you are. Just pretend I'm Regis. And you're Kathy Lee. But I don't know. I've never seen Regis and Kathy Lee, but I hear that they had a show. Anyway, welcome to Craft Roulette again, artists. Thank you so much for filling in and not disappointing our friends.
Oh, well, I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Is it easier the second time? I'm hearing it is.
So far, but we haven't spun the wheel yet.
Well, there's that. That's very realistic. How have you been? You have been doing very beautiful tags on YouTube and your Instagram since I've seen you. Yep. You've done 25 days of Christmas tags? Is that what you've been doing?
That's exactly. It's a big event, and it's got a ton of sponsors. My friend Tracy runs it. And we make tags every day from the sponsors. And if you want to participate, you can make tags. That doesn't have to be with the sponsors' products. You make tags and you link up on Tracy's blog. And then you are qualified to win a prize.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think how we want to do this. Tracy, we'll put it in the blog on Monday, so that they can still catch up on by then, right?
Yep, absolutely. It's okay. Also on my blog every day until the 26th, because it's called 25 Days of Christmas Tags, but we always have a bonus day.
Oh, well, that's a good idea. The Boxing Day. Isn't that Boxing Day? The day after
in December,
Christmas?
Yeah, the 26th is Boxing Day.
So, yeah, it's a Boxing Day special.
Exactly.
Okay, so if you go to the guest on craftroulette.live, go to the guest Hall of Fame. You will have your blog listed in the link. So, and it's right there on the screen. Isn't that a miracle? So anyway, you can go to artist's blog. It's right there, but wait until the show's over. And sign up for that. Tracy, you have introduced me to Tracy, and she's coming to sit at the wheel in 2021. So we're excited to meet her too.
I know she's excited to come.
She seems like a real doll. So
yeah,
I'm excited.
You have my friend Karen coming next week, I think.
Yes, ma'am, we do. We have your friend Karen coming next week. So it's artist knows all these people that just want to craft. She makes it look so fun that they just want to come on and craft too. So you make it look easy.
Oh.
You make it easy. We had a 6-inch card when you were here last time with birds.
Yes.
And bright colors.
Yes.
And we blew her mind with sanding block.
Sanding block. That was it. That was the tricky one for me.
Yeah. She was just going, what do I do with it?
What?
So hopefully we won't get anything that silly this time. But you're prepared if we do.
Oh, I'm game. I'm game to try anything.
She is. She's awesome. And then you introduced us to swinking.
Yes.
During the show, and that's been very popular since Ellen just put up your link there. Thank you, Ellen. She found Carol Duvall's address for me. She's good at research on the internet. But there you go. There's the Masquerade Blogspot link, so you're good to go.
Great, thank you.
Anyway, all right. So, to that, Craft Roulette, I don't know if I've seen a lot of familiar names in the chat room. We thank you for coming. If you are new to Craft Roulette, and I see somebody, Nancy, she saw last week for the first time. So, we have a little video that explains what Craft Roulette is. So, shall we watch that? Let's do it. Thank you.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on Facebook.com/MaryGunFun and archived on YouTube.com/CraftRoulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on MaryGunFun.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
That's what we do every Friday evening. Craft Roulette with the wheel and some really nice people. What we're going to do now is we're going to review what we did last week. As you saw, people get to send in submissions and they don't see what everybody else is making because it's kept secret in a deep vault and of my computer. And then we bring it out on Monday on my blog, and then we review them again here on the show that Friday. So let's see. And there's like 27 entries. It was awesome. But you're going to feel like you are Ilsa on Frozen because there's so many blue ones. So get a sweater and let's look at last week's submissions. This is the one I made with the gatefold card, monochromatic, snowflakes, and we used alcohol markers. So Katie, I think, asked, where did I use my alcohol markers? And if you can see those little teeny tiny dots around the snowflake, that's where they are. You do need to use all the parameters, but you don't have to accent all the parameters. That's what creativity is. This is another one that I made. This was kind of a fun little trick on this one because, let's see if you can see it. The little banner is broken up, but the sentiment's in one piece. I'll show you later if I remember. But anyway, that was another one that I made, all blue and frosty. Yes, Vicky, that is Steven's voice. I pay him big to, oh, he answered yes. Yes, that's Steven's voice, who is also our producer and our tech engineer. So, yep, we get everything we can out of him. This was my 3rd card, and I used a stencil, which made it look real pretty and soft. Ardith is real good with stencils. You probably don't look too close. This is our contributor map. This is new from last year, last week, which I think is really fun. You can see that we had some people from Canada and some up in the Northeast and Northwest and Southwest and way down in Australia and Ecuador. So how fun is that? The internet, you know, we love, hate it, but this is a fun part of it. So anyway, that's a cool deal. Let's see where, oh, Jessica Taylor was here last week. We had so much fun with Jessica. Oh, and she is right there. There she is. So Jessica is here tonight in the chat room. And she will be visiting us again next year, we're glad to say. And she made this cute little happy bunny card. I think that little bunny's face is just so adorable. We were so glad. I felt that happy when she was here because she was just so nice to work with. Anyway, if all those shows are archived in our YouTube Craft Roulette channel or on craftroulette.live. You can find them all. Let's see what else she came up with. Oh, that was the inside. She happened to like gatefold cards, which was good because that's what we had, and she did a very good job of it. And then she was so fast, she went ahead and made 2 cards, so that was extra fun. And this one, she has some embossed snowflakes and a happy little seal. And she said the wheel was nice to us. We're hoping for that too again tonight because I'm cold. I didn't craft today. This is Vera. This was her first submission. Welcome, Vera. We're glad to have you from Racine, Wisconsin. And she has that's a really pretty little tree. I like the way it's got the little shadowing in it. You did a good job. I'm thinking that was probably with the alcohol markers. And you got your little snowflakes in. Did a great job for your first submission. Kiss your brain. We're glad to have you. You also sent in 2 cards. I think this is your second card, then not a third. But I think we've got a little shadow using the alcohol markers around the little medallion in the center, which is a pretty little way to use it. That was smart. And I like the paper choices that you have, and you've got little gems in them. It's all very pretty. Very pretty. Enjoy the moment. I am. Thank you so much, Vera, for joining us. Patty back. Look at that. 31st submission in a row. She's here tonight with her friend Annie, like always. And she has a real pretty little snowflake right down the middle. And I'm thinking, Patty, you can tell us, but I think it goes every other one. You've got one on the right side, then one on the left side, one on the right side. So they're almost interlocking. And that was very pretty. And I love that blue. So, yep, it's a good card, Patty, for your 31st. You're just slaying it. Yes. Heather is here tonight. I saw her go by earlier. She's from New York, and she went real clean on hers. She's just got her embossed snowflakes and the gatefolds in the middle, and nothing. It's just elegant. It's just very pretty and elegant. Heather, thank you so much for. Oh, you said you have embossing powder, and there's some sparkle. That makes sense. And you used a silver marker to give it some outlines. We were talking about how hard it is to get a picture sometimes, and I think we lost a little bit in the picture, but I can see some of that, and that really is pretty. Well done. Thank you so much, Heather. We're glad to have you. Jackie from down under, Walla. I bet it's Walla, but I don't know. Language. We're going to talk about language again, Ardith, because you and I both love words. Your gatefold went sideways, which is real fun, and I think you did a great job of choosing your blues, and look how pretty your blending is in the background. You did a really pretty job, and you've got those great big beautiful silver snowflakes. Very, very pretty. And you chose to have plain white embossing on the bottom and some stamping on the top. That's very cool. I like that. I usually just go both, do both, treat both sides equally, and so that was smart. I liked it. Thank you so much for joining us, Jackie. Oh, she put silver on the edges. That's good. Okay. Hilda Nell, I see you right there in the chat room, and look at this cute little guy. He's just a little chubby snowman. You did a great job. It's so cute. I think he is a medallion on top, I'm thinking, and not a cutout surprise, but you did a great job on blending. You kind of get that blizzardy feel, and I like that. And are we getting cold yet? Because we have all blue so far. I wasn't kidding. We all went blue, but that makes sense. It was monochrome after all. I wanted to add some color, but anyway, I stuck to the parameters and behaved. So that's really pretty, Hilda. Now we always appreciate it when you come to visit us. Lena Marie went with gray for her monochromatic touch, and she's got some hand-cut snowflakes. And how cute is that little darling guy peeking out at us? We saw some raccoons on our driveway camera the other night. They were so funny. I think it was Mom and Junior. Junior wasn't little, but they were just waddling along, just hanging out on the driveway at 2 in the morning. That's why we really had the camera for the. It's not security. We just want to watch the animals in the middle of the night, and that one might have been right there. Rocky, I think so. Thank you, Lena Marie. You know that Lena Marie and I can talk like that, and it makes sense to each other. So anyway, so good to have you here every time. Alyssa from Florida is here. I thought this was a pretty darn striking card with the great big snowflake and all that pattern in the background, and her gray ice skater. I spent a lot of time at ice skating rinks watching hockey players, but I'm like not Fred Flintstone, the guy, monster guy, the great big monster guy. When on ice skates, I'm about as awkward as they come. So that's how I like to think of myself, though, is looking kind of graceful. So I liked your card, Fa La La. I did, and Fa La La is always fun. So well done. Thank you so much for joining us, Alyssa. Here's Card Monkey. She sent in 2 pretty cards, and she went with a real pretty Caribbean blue, and kind of the same colors that I was using, and I like that. So you can hear. Heather says she can hear raccoons fighting in her neighborhood, and she lives in New York City. Good heavens, child. That's crazy. I had no idea. You'll have to tell me more stories of New York City. But this is really pretty. I like the 3 snowflakes going across. It's just and I love the swoop. It just feels very snowy. You know, the swoops of the snow. I love how the snow will catch a wind and make those little curves. Pretty, pretty. And then she made this card, and she inspired me to color the green card on that one because I thought her snowflakes were so pretty. Ellen has been a guest crafter with us before, and she makes some really outrageously difficult, fancy, complicated cards. And but this one is just lovely. It's just lovely. Kiss your brain, Ellen. Thank you so much. Annie's here from Tennessee with Patty, and she made a beautiful card. Look how pretty it's almost like a star, that snowflake. And it's on a very pretty background. You just did a nice job of balancing the patterns, and the colors look very nice together. Really always glad to see your cards, Annie. Thank you so much for joining us. Kathy got a lot of little rave review on this little guy on our Craft Roulette Facebook group, which you are invited to join. Please answer the questions so that we can say approve. But she did a great little job, and we show some of the cards during the week and talk about them and get to know each other a little bit better. But this is her first submission, so I think she did a great job. She, instead of using a medallion or a shape, she just used that old snowman. And I think she said that was a penny black snowman because somebody asked. So anyway, cute. We're glad to have you. Thank you for your first submission. It's the hardest. Brenda. Woo! We got out of blues. We got to red. I was so excited when I saw a red card. And she did multiple pictures, which is great because as you can see, we have quite a few submissions this week. And so we had to do just stick with one photo per card. And you did great. That was really nice for you to show us different angles and things. And to see red. Red snowflakes are just darn fun. And look how she's got the little snowman I think he's in the background there of the gatefold. So she had to do a die cut on that seam, and I guess, and have him in the background. So that's just real cute. We're real glad to have you here and show us some red in that field of blue. It was cool. Thank you so much, Brenda, and come back again soon. Jackie is her 23rd submission with her little happy elf. He's like a fast skater. He's got those skates that are real big that they go in circles and elbow each other. He's cute. He's just adorable. I think he did a great job of keeping the colors balanced and did a really good job on the markers on his skin and things. That's not always easy, so kiss your brain, you did well. You did a nice job on those die cuts. Good choices. Make good choices, Jackie, and you did. Thank you. Kathy from Wisconsin did a beautiful card, and that almost looks like a jewel in the middle, or that snowflake. It's so pretty. Aren't snowflakes pretty? Isn't it? But if they really fell like that, and we saw them like that, it would, and they were that big, it could hurt us. But at the same time, it would be fun to be able to see them up close a little bit. But anyway, that's why we have stamps. So that's good. We like them. Thank you so much, Kathy, for sending this pretty card in with that really pretty blue color again. I like it. It's good. Judy G's here. I saw her. And she made a beautiful pink card. Yay, we got out of the blues again. Not that the blues are bad. The blues are great. But it was just every one of them when I was looking at the gallery, which is a great place, by the way, to go for ideas, because we have so many weeks of great cards. Judy made she let the pattern paper dictate the colors, so that's how she chose. And she did have a pretty, it looks like marble or something in the background. Real pretty, nice big bold statement with a pink and dark pink snowflake. Well done. Kiss your brain, Judy. I thought you did too. This is another one with the gatefold being a little bit different with the wider panels instead of the smaller vertical ones. Nice change. I like it. It's very frosty. I'm going. Seriously, do you get these responses? I really, it gets to me after a while, because you walk into a room and it's cold. You know, McDonald's uses certain colors in their places to keep you longer and things like, or make you go faster, and colors are very emotional driving machines. So anyway, I felt very cold all weekend. But oh, Ardith's here making some comments. How fun. And Sue is here, and this was the one that really struck me. It looked like a grandma's brooch or however you say it, but that was very handsome. Main snowflake, albeit not your usual snowflake, was heat embossed with silver detail powder and colored with tri-blend markers. Woo, that's cool. You did a great job, and I'm really glad that you shared it with us, because that's really pretty. Really nice. Thank you, Sue. Oh, and then Amy got a little funny, and she is so cute. She made, this is a belly band with the snowman on the left, and it removes, and that was a shaker. And on the Craft Roulette group, they were talking about, you could make that an ornament, and that would be so cute. And then you open it up, and she's got that funny little abominable snowman. So really cute, fun card. It was kind of fun to get at something that was silly, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, wait, what did you say? Oh, you added a little bit of extra score for the belly band. Nice choice. Well done. Sue Masonry has done a lot of submissions too, and I've lost track how many. Hers almost reminds me of a cathedral. It looks like you're looking up in a cathedral at the window, and the light's just coming in just right, and very elegant and attractive. Then she did a great job too of putting all these different visions on one card, on one panel. So thank you so much, Sue. That's really pretty. I bet that's just kind of an elegant card like you like. I like it. I rarely can make them, but I appreciate them when I see them. Thank you. Mary brought the gnomes. I was starting to worry. It seems like we have gnomes every week, so I was a little bit worried that we weren't going to have any gnomes, but here he is. And actually, there's two of them. And she knows, because she lives in Montana, and I'm pretty sure they live up there, Michigan and Montana and North Dakota. That's where the gnomes all hang out. And he's adorable. He's just adorable. You colored him really well, Mary. He's got some sparkle to his hat and his candy cane. Who wouldn't love that card? Kiss your brain. That's adorable. She's got a good idea. Oh, she suggested that we use and we haven't done it yet, but as one of the parameters, a sketch of a card. So we may do that sometime. I think that's a good idea. Anyway, she's got another card here. And it's a side fold, gatefold, like with the wider panels again. And she's got some embossed snowflakes that are gorgeous. And then he's all tangled up in his little purple his purple light bulbs, and he's adorable. Again, it's not blue. She chose to go a different route. I love that star in the background. That was a neat choice. So he's lighting up. Is he putting the light bulbs in the stars at night? Is that what's going on with this guy? I think he might be. He might screw in all those purple lights, the purple stars. Ava from Florida made a gatefold card with Burr on it and a very, very pretty glitter snowflake. Very pretty card. Very lovely. You did a nice job. One thing I always like about something like this is the focal point stands out a little bit from the background, and because you've got the nice little lighter colors in the background, and I think that's a good touch. It helps my little tired eyes know what to do. So thank you, Ava, for sending in a submission. Chris from Ecuador, you did it. You got it done. You got to let it snow that's not blue. And it's not in Spanish, so I could read it. I appreciate that. And she's got her little snowflakes all over. Such a cute little guy, all tans. I thought that was a real interesting take on it, and I liked it. It's creativity. You just take one little element and you twist it a little bit, and you get something completely different. It's neat. Thank you. We love having you here, and really, I'm so glad that you send in some things from so far away. So it's very special. Thank you. Christy sent in a penguin. He was our only penguin, I think. And he's just adorable. He's got his little Christmas ornament there. And he's telling us to have an ice day. Very cute, Christy. You make some good stuff. Christy is one of our Fun University students, and she makes a lot of cards for soldiers, so I like to plug that whenever I can. Thank you, Christy. Lee Candle's here, and she has a pretty card. It's so pretty with that background, and then choosing to have something shiny and bright to draw your eye to a focal point. Good choices, Lee. I really like that. I do. It was so much fun to see something pink and soft, and it was just a real good treat for me to see that card. Thank you, Lee. You know I always appreciate you. Katie is a past guest crafter, and she went green. So how fun! And she's big on shaker cards. She has more patience than I do. I'm not as patient as a person needs to be for a shaker card. If you get a shaker card for me, you know that I'm thinking of you because I just don't like to make them very much. But Katie did a great job, and I thought this was just really cute way to express those parameters with a different look with the green. So yay, thank you, Katie. She was at a resort or something, not a resort, a retreat during last weekend. So it was fun that she got to have that get some time to make something. Thank you, our contributors. Can you believe how many submissions we had? And they were all different. It always blows my mind. So many blues. We're gonna see what Ardith thinks about these cards and bring her back up. What'd you think? A lot of blue.
That was amazing.
It is, isn't it?
I know what the parameters were, but there was still so much variety.
That's the one. That's the one that just every week you just go, well, I can see where they got that influence, but whoa, where'd that come from? I don't, like the little raccoon. I wouldn't have thought of putting a raccoon on, but he ended up being really cute on those parameters. So it works. It's amazing.
Very talented group of ladies here.
I think so too. Kiss their brains. That's right. Sue says kiss your brains, and that's right. Everybody, that's it. Well, you know what, Ardith? The fun part's over.
The fun's just about to begin.
There you go. We've put off. We've enjoyed. We've been inspired. Now, what are we going to get? What do you guys... Oh, look how Ellen's spelling wonderful. W-U-N-N. You got me on that one. I've never done that one, Ellen. Kiss your brain. That was awesome. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get ready to do the wheel spin, so we won't see Ardith for a minute. And then we're going to talk about the wheel spin. So leave your camera as is. And let's see how the wheel treats us tonight. Okay, Wheel. Let's see how you're feeling tonight. Well, hang on. We're going to get our camera a little nicer for you. Then we'll spin for the first parameter, which is our project. Are we ready? Not quite? Okay, we're ready. So we're going to see what kind of project we're going to do. We have 24 options. Be kind. Looks like it's going to be a low number. 5. Card with flaps. Okay. That just means it's going to have some kind of flap on it. All right, we can do that. That'll be interesting. What color are we going to use, Mr. Wheel? Coral plus 2. That means we're going to use a coral color like the orangey pink thing and 2 other colors, which I like that combo. Flap cards with coral plus 2. I have no idea what I'm going to do. An element that we're going to use is 19. We're going to use stars tonight. Ooh, we could use Merry Neighbor star with her gnome. So you can use stars with other things too. So a random. This is all pretty random, I think. 23. Tearing. We're going to tear something. Tear it up. All right. Tearing, stars, coral colors plus 2 others, and card with a flap. And what? We're good. All right, Ardith, she's thinking. I know. There's nothing that just.
This is quite a combination.
It is only it's a combination that only a wheel would come up with. This is not a combination that a normal person would come up with. Maybe this would be like a junk card that you just had stuff or leftover card where you had stuff laying around and you went, oh, I'll do it. But okay, cards with flaps. There's one card that Merry Neighbor has done a lot of times, and you could do anything with any kind of flap like that. You could have it a partial flap, and I think that would work as a flap. And you could also have it coming up or down and meeting. So there's a lot of creative interpretation to a flap. I'm sorry? You could tear the flap, because we're also going to tear, so you could tear the edge on the flap, or you could tear strips and add it to a flap. You like a lot of bright colors. Are you good with coral? What are your 2 favorite colors with coral?
I'm thinking I'll probably still go pretty primary and pick a yellow and maybe like an aqua or teal.
I always like teal with it.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. I used to have some chairs with it. So I always think of those chairs. Wonder what happened to them. They would be pretty far. Oh, Chrissy says a waterfall card. That would have flaps. And
oh gosh. Yeah, that might be mechanically beyond me. A waterfall card.
Yeah, it would be.
I'd have to Google how to do that.
Right, and maybe for a second or third card I would do it, but not on the show. I don't think, because I'm not that good. Ashley says, "Are anybody else getting beachy vibes?" Yeah.
Ooh,
yep. Beachy
sunset
vibes would be good. Yeah, because coral's a sunset color.
Yep.
Yeah, excellent. Stars. What do you like to do with stars?
I've got some dies that cut like star trails to make like a starry sky.
Ooh,
that's the first thing
pretty.
that I thought of. I don't know. It's not all kind of coming together yet. It will.
Starfish.
Oh, yeah, that goes with the beach theme for sure.
Yeah. Maybe I'll bring in a gnome with a star, because I'm inspired by that Mary's card. Oh, Ellen says last time we had coral, she made that taco truck purse. That's true. You guys have to go back and find that episode and see that taco truck purse. It was just, it's still just like my mind blower. All right.
Truck
well,
purse.
Are you ready to go get your things?
I'm ready. I'm not sure what I'm going to get, but I'll get something.
Okay, well, we will look for you to come back. We're going to go ahead and take you out of the picture, and then you'll change to your hands and come back with something fabulous.
Sounds good.
Because I know you will. Okay, all right. And while Ardith is preparing, what I'm going to do is talk about what I think I'll do. Because I have the same parameters as everybody else. One of a card that... is one of my favorites that Mary Neighbor has sent in multiple times. Is it has a flap going up and a flap coming down, but the one coming down is only partial. Actually, it goes to the edge. And so then there's one going up at this point. So this part goes up, this part goes down, and that's a pretty good flap card, I think. I think it will be good. Then coral. This is my favorite coral color. I always like sort of teal. I'm not sure how dark I'll go, but probably maybe some that. And then a third color. With stars. I'm wondering. Gosh, what are you guys thinking? Okay, Ardith, I'm supposed to tell you your camera is flipped the wrong way. So, or we could do a smoothie with brighter colors. Now we're good? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. You did it right. We could go brighter, which I may want to go. I think I'll go bright. You know, it's getting dark early, and I don't think I want dull colors yet. So, oh, Jessica says she loves navy with coral. An idea. I don't know if I have a true something that dark. That would be very, very striking. Okay, we'll put this here and just keep that in mind. And then tearing, I do think I am going to tear some things, and just for this strip, just like that. And then that will take care of that parameter. And maybe a big star right there. And maybe I don't even need this. Maybe I just put a sentiment here. And Ardith, whenever you're ready, you let me know, okay? She's ready. So I think that's going to be a go. I think I can work with this. And I'm going to make it with an A2 size card. And we got these, okay. Ardith, I need to have you talk a second so we can catch up and make sure your voice is okay. So can you tell us what your plans are?
Here. I've got my inks. I'm still thinking.
It sounds okay? Okay. Sounds like you're okay, so you're good. So you can think quietly if you want. All right, this is gonna work out. This is a little stretch, but this is what Craft Roulette's all about, is that creative expression and experience. We're not supposed to necessarily come up with the masterpiece, the Sistine Chapel masterpiece. We're supposed to just enjoy our process, our time together, and I think we can do that just fine.
Oh, I think so too.
So, especially the second time, then we're like, I know you better, and it's really fun. Okay, I'm looking through some paper to tear. I have this little sign here.
Oh gosh, I keep forgetting about the tearing in the flap. Okay, yeah, I gotta rethink.
Tearing in the flap. I may just go with, no, I can't. I gotta get some of that coral in there. So that's not really coral. That's kind of coral. No. Oh, there's some coral. Because I think tearing is going to work out. But I don't. Let's see. So I may end up with some paper being decided for me, deciding my colors. Just based on what I have. Okay. Well, okay, we're going to go a little bit lighter, huh? Oh, yes, you may have my mouse. I don't have a big star. So that's a bummer. But it's going to be okay, isn't it? I'm going to go ahead and cut right along here and take this little section out. Let's see what we've got. Oh, she's getting in. She's blending right off. Are you just flying by the seat of your pants?
I am. You know what I'm doing? This is what I do when I get myself overwhelmed or confused. I just start with what I know, and then I go from there.
Okay.
So I know the colors. I can work with the colors, so I'll start with that and then see where they take me.
There you go. There you go. How do you think your limes thing works for something like this? Your limes concept, which is taking a card and remaking it using different elements of it?
I think part of it does. Obviously, like, because the 4 parameters are like the list, right? But you don't get a choice of what to include or what to exclude.
Right, that's true.
But definitely the modify part would work. And definitely the putting your own spin on it will work.
Yes, it does. We'll see. I don't think we'll get all blues this time. Don't think so.
No.
We're going to get all corals, and we'll see what...
You get all coral, and it'll be interesting to see what other color combinations people use with coral.
Yes, because you can do sunrise, sunset, beach like they were saying. You can go several. Coral is not a color you think of with Christmas at all, so that's kind of a break, actually. We're getting so bombarded with those things right now. Patty Beck says, what are artists' colors?
I always use Catherine Pooler inks, so I've got Coral Cabana as my coral.
Okay.
I'm using Tiara as my yellow. And this one was a risk. This is called Sangria, which is kind of a reddish purple.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get used enough, so I thought I would pull it out and see how well it blends with the coral.
Sure. I may go with just swinking in honor of our guest. And rip my swinks. Just for a little change of pace. And that can be on there, and I can just rip them and make them, I don't know. Make them, I don't know. And you know, we can always use any kind of neutral. So you don't have to go.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to.
Okay.
That's
good to know.
We're not really mean.
I'm really liking my yellow to coral transition here.
Pretty.
I'm not so sure about the...
Yeah, no, that's really pretty. You're a good blender.
But I can tell you what you should always, or what you can always do if you're not happy with how your blending's going. Yeah. Just take some water and spritz it.
Because Catherine Pooler's ink is water reactive.
It is.
Yeah, see?
And so
I've been looking at it.
They have a lot of the same properties as distressing. So if you have those, they work very similarly.
Your camera just went vertical. I don't know why. But he's going to take you off just a second, and then you can maybe work with your camera just for a minute while I rip paper. Oh, I know. Look at me swinking. Heather says she used to wear a lot of coral, but haven't crafted with it. Well, that's good. You can pull out some of your old clothes and see what your combinations were. Outdoor denim is what Sue likes. Rachel says coral, purple, and cream. Wow, that would be striking. Jackie's going for the bright yellow for stars, Jessica says. Well, that would look good with the coral and dark blue and a yellow for a star. That would be real pretty. You can make that one. We'd love to see that.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
Camera switch. Tell the guest it's going to be.
Okay. We're trying to fix Ardith's camera on stream. Steven's working on it, Ardith. Okay. So hang on. Right. So she'll probably have it all done when she gets back, and it'll be beautiful. But you can keep working along. I'm tediously. I'm. That's how best I can do it. Okay, right now. We got you back normal, at least close to.
Okay, good.
I'm tearing down so that I don't get a white piece of paper showing. Otherwise, I would, if I ripped up, you would see the white edge. And I opted not for that. Mary has 3 hands. Yes, I have 4 eyes, 3 hands, 2 heads. Oh. I used to tell my kids I had eyes in the back of my head. So they.
Me too, and they believed me.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can get away with until later.
Yep. Until they get smarter than you.
Then they know you lie, and it's like, Mom, you told me not.
And they never let you forget
it. That's right. That's right. Downtown Kansas City, there's I have 4 kids, and there are 4 pillars on this convention center, and it has these big modern art things at the top of them. And I told my kids that those were there to honor them. And then they didn't like that when they found out it wasn't true. Maybe they had told their friends, that's for us. I don't know. But they were not. And then I also told them that the park at the end of the street was named the Stephen and Russell Park. I thought that was kind of nice, but nah, that was a bad idea too. It's okay. All right, there's that. How am I going to work a freaking star into that? Well, okay, so star shape. Now, it doesn't have to be a literal 5-point star now, does it? I'm wondering. This one has a little star thing. Just a little star stamp, but it's not a traditional 5-point star or 6-point star. I bet I could use that. Just that. Why not? I'm going to try it. I've never made a card that looks like this, ever. It's completely new. Kind of fun. And we'll just stamp some star shapes.
I'm thinking I might just put stars in my night sky here.
Oh, smart. Yeah, that's a great look. And what do you use for your white?
This is Dina Wakley Media Gloss Spray.
Cool. So they'll be shiny.
Yeah, it's acrylic paint, so it's shiny and it's opaque.
Oh, that's nice. Do you prefer that than a gesso or something like that?
Do you know I've never used gesso?
Well, I haven't used it I've used it, but I haven't used it much recently. I used it in school, but to prepare canvases. So that was where I first learned about it. And I have used it some for like protecting cardstock from watercolors and a few things like that, but not too much.
I have friends who I see they use it all the time, and I just never have gotten around to getting any.
Right.
Okay, I'm nervous about the tear here. I'm sitting here
You know what? Wait. Hold on.
Okay.
Here's one of my favorite things for a controlled tear. Is a sharp edge or a straight edge with a sharp edge, and just hold it and rip it like that. And then
against a ruler?
And then you get a controlled tear.
Hmm.
So it doesn't go out of... Oh, she's brave. She's going for it. It's Friday. She's feeling the freedom.
You know what?
You're going for it. You're having fun.
I don't generally tear things, so if I'm going to do it, I may as well just go for it, right?
Right. Do it in public.
We're all friends here. Nobody's going to judge me. Oh, that's not pretty good there.
Oh, well, no, that's going to be okay. You're just going to have a little more rustic.
I might
Maybe.
just...
Or you could, yep. Color over it.
Okay.
And how many of those ergonomic brushes do you have? Do you keep them colors separate?
I have 6 of them that for color families.
Okay. And you think that's adequate?
I'm one of these people. I'd love to have one for every color, but they're not cheap.
Right. Right.
Whoops. So I probably will not ever have one for every color.
Gotcha. Yeah, they aren't cheap.
They're not cheap.
But you do like them.
If you want to blend ink on a big surface like this, it's so smooth and really very easy to do.
Gets the job done fast.
Yeah.
And are you using... Last time we talked, you didn't use Bristol paper for blending. You used Nina.
I do.
Did you do that again tonight?
Yep.
Okay.
So I have a number of tips for ink blending, and the biggest one is just to keep putting more ink on it.
Okay.
Because the more saturated the paper gets, then your blend gets better.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Keep adding,
and
just like Dory.
And then if it's still not good, you can put some water on it, or you can put I have this Avery L clear shimmer spray, and when you put it on Catherine's inks, here it is. When you spray it on Catherine's inks, it almost like softens the color and
wow,
almost turns it into like a velvety texture.
Wow, that's very
so pretty. Yeah. Now I'm going to regret that, aren't I? Because this is wet now.
Oops.
Oh well.
Can you blot it? Heat gun or blot it?
Probably not, but it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. I'll work on something else for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you going to do one of your favorite?
What else have we got? Stars and flap. I've got my tearing. I've got my colors. So now I need my flap. Let's think about this.
Deserves some thought.
But
it can be just a simple... Mine's going to be a simple flap. I got to admit it.
I wonder, could it be... Oh.
Uh-oh. She's coming up with something awesome.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I'm
thinking
about vellum.
Yeah. Ooh, I could put a star on in vellum. Do I have any paper then that's going to work with this or not? No. Not really. I brought some over, but I don't think it's going to work. So that's going to bring me back to using the inks. Gotta swink. Gotta swink. It's Friday night with Ardith. This is really a stinker. It's really getting to me here. But we're okay. It's going to turn out just fine. So let's see what everybody else is saying. Hilda Nell saying paint the back and fold the corner. I think that's for you, Ardith.
Paint the back And fold the corner. Oh, I see.
For that little thing that gave you trouble. Fold a corner and tear the edges. So, I'm wondering here. I don't even know what kind of message I'm going to use here. That doesn't. Thanks. That's a great big thanks. That might work. I may end up cutting this so that it's not quite an A2. What size are you going to do? A square card?
I almost always do square cards, but I like to do 4 1/4 inch square cards. Because then they fit in an A2 envelope and they don't require any extra postage.
Yes, I like that. I like the way you think. Like, okay, we're getting a message that says move your project, there you go, down and to the left a little bit so we can see your beautifulness.
Okay.
So I got this great big thanks. This is really not, let's see, card with flap. Is there something I'm really missing? I think so. I'm doing all the things that are required. But there's no surprise or anything outstanding about this. I think I will make mine an odd size, though. Because
I haven't done any stamping yet.
Well, you haven't, have you? Stamping makes artists of us all.
Alright.
Oh, look at there. I got a little thing. I do have to cut that off because I just got a line. Okay, mine's going to be not quite square. I'm thinking maybe... do you draw with your hands before you do something? It's like, okay, I do like that smaller. That was a plus. Good choice. Cut that
I often find myself reaching for something and doing the action of it when I'm looking for it.
Yep. This is the one when you're looking for your scissors. This is the one when you're looking for your glue.
Yep.
It helps you keep in mind so you don't get sidetracked and confused.
Okay, so I'm dying to know, do you guys like to snack while you're crafting? And if you do, what do you like to snack on?
Well, my favorite snack is popcorn.
Okay,
but I can't do that while I'm crafting because that's greasy.
Yeah, that's a problem. Sorry, this is my my die cutting machine.
Oh, wow. So which die cutting machine do you have?
I have a Gemini Junior.
And do you love it?
Which I love. I used to think, I couldn't believe that anybody would really need, like couldn't, crank it through.
Right.
And why would anybody need an an automatic one? But it makes such a difference.
Is that right? Because see, I'm in the old-fashioned school going, I can't imagine why that. And with the one in my thinking was, what if the electricity goes off? Then at least I have something I can cut with.
Oh wow! I still have my Big Shot.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And I have this little one from Altenew, which is quite good if you're just doing, like a word die or something small, because it's quite narrow. But especially if you have to do a lot, like if you're making multiple cards and you have to do a lot of die cutting, it makes such a big difference.
I can see that. Yeah. We have one of my plates is starting to break on my cuddle bug, and of course they don't make those anymore.
Oh, you have a cuddle bug still.
Yeah. And
cuddle bug.
Well, it's a good old machine. There's nothing wrong with it except for plates.
Yeah.
And
I wonder if you can still get plates on like eBay or something.
Well, Amazon has a kind of a takeoff, a spin-off of their plates. But one of our students at Fun University suggested going to like a car dealer, a car windshield replacement place or a glass replacement place, and getting plexiglass plates made there, which I thought was pretty smart.
And with the I wonder if the big shot plates would fit.
I don't know. I'm still muddling through. I figure I can do it pretty fast once it gives up the ghost, but it hasn't yet. Right. So I'm still just babying it and telling it it's a good little machine. And don't be stupid. Okay, I'm going to make a vellum star.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to find a star too because
I don't have a big die, so I'm just going to make my own. Let's see how it looks. I don't know. Just go to a glass shop. Yep. And
I think it looks good.
TR loves her Gemini Junior. And Ellen says she's in the market. Should she get a Gemini or Gemini Junior?
It really depends on what you're doing. I also have a Gemini, and it is huge. So what I found was that it seemed to take forever to get the plates through. But if you are cutting things that are big, or if you're cutting a lot of things all at once, then it might be a good thing to have.
Okay. I can see that.
I prefer the Gemini Junior for most of the stuff I do.
Here, it's adequate. Yeah. How many die? Big dies? I don't know. How big
most
the plates
dies are, no bigger than the card front.
Yeah, right. 5.
But, if you're a scrapbooker, maybe they make bigger dies. I don't know much about that.
That's why you have a Cricut. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a portrait.
A portrait? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of an odd thing to have a star on there, but that's okay. Because the wheel says so.
I'm not sure I did use coral. I'm not sure it's turning out looking very coral.
When we saw
I know what I'll do.
We are witnesses. You had real coral.
I know. I know what I'll do though. I'm gonna make my sentiment coral.
Oh, smart. Smart. Jackie says no snacks. Crafting is too intense. She needs caffeine.
And do you drink coffee? Or I drink Diet Coke. I don't like coffee, but I definitely need caffeine as well, and I drink Diet Coke.
I'm a tea drinker in the daytime. Coffee in the morning, just don't talk to me until. But tea after that. Yep. I can't. Ashley says I can't snack while I craft or do puzzles because I absent-mindedly put supplies on a puzzle piece or a puzzle piece in my mouth.
How many puzzle pieces have you eaten?
Honey, I ate the puzzle. Nancy likes peanut M&Ms. Oh boy, who doesn't? Chrissy is licorice. Vicky likes animal crackers. Oh, they're good from Costco. Red Twizzlers for Sue. No red vine, but red Twizzlers. Christy Skittles or Reese's Pieces. TR loves her Gemini Junior. Ellen at Lowe's and Home Depot will cut plexiglass for you. Oh, that's good. Thanks, Vicky.
Plexiglass is the business to be in during this pandemic.
No kidding. I had thought that too. And sign makers.
Right.
They really cleaned up too.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Eva, you made it. You were on the board though. You missed that, I think. But Gemini is electric, right? Isn't it?
Yes,
Artist?
the Gemini
Yes.
is electric.
Okay. And Melody just gave her niece her big shot. Her friend gave it to me. Oh, it was too big when you moved, yeah. And TR's really liking yours. She likes hot tea with her crafting. Jackie will drink either, prefer tea. If you guys have never tried Harney and Sun tea, it's really good, by the way. I love it. And mulled plum is my new favorite. Peanut butter M&Ms for Mary. Yay, and nuts. Is that a name for something? And Ashley says she's ended up with puzzle pieces in her mouth at least 3 times. One night while doing a puzzle and snacking.
I think it's wise then that she's not snacking while crafting anymore.
I think she's a brilliant woman, obviously, to know that. Oh, chocolate anything for Ava, tea for Pam. And Maria says she has trouble focusing when there's food around. So that's a fair thing too. Just kind of draws you back. That's so cute. Well, I know I've burned a lot of food because of crafting, because I put something in the oven and then walk away. Because I think of something very important that I have to make or do or something.
Oh yeah, you have to do it right away.
Right away. So, Mr. Gunn, my husband of 41 years, says that his saying about my cooking is if it's got a bottom, she'll burn it. So, and I gotta own up to it. It's absolutely terrifically true. This little guy is just kind of not very exciting.
Sorry, there goes my Gemini again.
Okay. Hello, it's me again. Take 2. Apparently our system crashed and ate all our settings, and so we have to start over. We're going to do the second part without you, but I still have Ardith. So we're going to go ahead and chit chat and maybe even get her to make a second card. And because we're just kind of getting warmed up with our crazy parameters, which were a card with flap or flaps, coral color plus 2 others, torn papers, and stars. So, are you ready to, we're going to go back down to our hands and see where we are, because Artha has a real pretty card that she's made so far. And you are back, my friend.
Okay, great.
So you wanted to talk us through your card?
Sure. To create my flap, I cut an oval from my ink blended panel, and I also cut a white oval, and then I just created like almost like a little mini card or a tag, and then my plan is to just place that back in, and I've got this die cut word over top, so in that because I cut some little stars from the top, so that you would see through it. So I wanted to stamp on the inside of the little flap something. So I put the die cut over top so you won't be able to see the stamping on the inside. Sweet. And then on the inside of the card, I will have another message. So it's a multi-message card.
And look at your torn edge. That looks really good.
I would not have torn an edge without this prompt, but I actually think it looks really neat.
It does look really good. It just sets off. It isn't ever as tidy as a cut edge, of course, but it does have its place. And
I think so.
I think you did a good job. And I don't know what happened to the thing that you ripped up, but you had a little bad edge, but I don't see it anymore.
Yeah, it's well, I'll tell you. I went back over it with the brush, and then when I spritzed it with that shimmer spray, that spray hides every sin.
Oh my gosh.
So, yep. I love it. I would buy it by the gallon if I could.
I think it's going to go on my list, even though I'm on my fast, but I still have a...
It's actually, it's not terribly expensive, but I love it. I put it it's like my hot sauce. You know that ad where the little old lady says, "I put that on everything." That's me and this shimmer spray.
It's your go-to friend. It's the thing that
sure.
makes you look pretty. It's your favorite lipstick.
Yes, it is.
You made me remember a dye that I have, which is I don't use it ever, so that's why I didn't think about it. But I gotta find it because it's got teeny tiny stars in it, and it's for a shaker card, and it's for confetti for the shaker card.
Okay, this is the one I used. It's got like this kind of curve.
Really pretty.
Which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a circle thing, and I don't know if I've ever even used it. It's about time for me to do that then, isn't it? Because it's, see all the little tiny stars? Yeah. That will be, and it cuts out. I don't even remember. I didn't know I had all this stuff in here. So you could use stars as a shaker card too, then, as the filler, and that could be your stars.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Part 2 is really good. Sorry.
Yeah, we've had a little more time to kind of absorb the parameters and think it through.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I have to say that they did not immediately initially spark anything in my brain, but I'm liking how this card is turning out and coming together.
I like it very much. I think you did great. What is that stamp? I like that. I'm kidding.
This is a Birch Press design stamp, and it says "awesome." I stamped it in the coral.
Cute.
And now I'm going to stamp. If I oh, here it is. Do you ever do that? You put the clear stamp down and then you can't find it?
Yes, I had a dog once that loved to eat them. It was bad.
Man.
I lost several stamps to him before I learned. No. Yeah. He had good taste. He also liked cardstock.
Dogs are funny.
I love them.
So I think you are awesome.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, these little blue stars are good. I just happened to find some. So I think they'll just be a nice little addition to my weirdo card. Start putting them on there. And then I might do it. Oh, I said I don't like shaker cards. I don't like making shaker cards, really. I don't.
This just made my night long.
Oh. Yeah, I bet it did. I bet it did. I don't have any idea what. I can't help you. I have some
ideas. I tried some new settings.
Oh.
I thought it was gonna help. But it didn't.
Whoops, try that thought again. Wonder if if I just had that inlay card that you made, Ardith, with all the little squares. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That was so cute. It was just so. Now, will you send that to somebody, or will that be one that you will?
Oh yeah, I love inlay. This one.
Yes, it was so outstanding.
Yeah. I love inlaying, and it really, especially when they're all the same size, and it doesn't matter which square goes in which hole, doesn't take any time at all. Now, if you get a die that is not symmetrical and like they're not all the same, then I wouldn't do it.
Okay, you have your limits. That's good to know. Because
I just got I just ordered a new die for my church Christmas cards that I'm looking forward to inlaying. Look at that.
Oh, that's lovely. That'll look like a stained glass
window. And it's
not,
exactly. It's not too many pieces, and they're all very different shapes, so it should be quite easy to inlay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to using that.
Yeah. And you could do that on a piece of vellum too, and even leave some of them off, so that some of them are clear. I don't know, or in metals or some metallic paper.
I could make a light up card.
Oh, those light up cards! Doggone it! Now, who makes
Oh.
those? Who makes the light ups?
It's a company called Pear Blossom Press.
Okay.
They it's owned by my friend Amanda, and yeah, I mean it's a very small
Yeah.
little company. That's pretty much, I think they have about 3 products, and that's
Oh,
one
that's
of
so
them.
cool.
And I mean they're not inexpensive.
Right.
It adds quite a cost to your
Right.
cards, but for somebody who's very special, I think
Oh,
it's a
they're
great
good.
thing.
I love them.
Now, are we making
Yeah,
another
let's
one?
do it. Shall we? Okay, you're
Okay.
a good sport. Thank you. Because I think I'm gonna
do a quick.
Yeah, it'll give somebody a reason to come back and see what
Okay.
happened to those girls, and we can show them. We're here. We're just crafting. Sorry, guys. So I'm gonna punch out all these little stars.
All right.
Okay, well.
So I am gonna do some swinking this time, I think.
Yay! Got a swink. Swinking.
Well, it's
Yes,
fast,
it is
right?
fast. And I've been watching to Catherine Pooler inks. I've been doing my studying, thinking about what I'm gonna do when I buy something. But like this,
Well, I think a lot of you can swink with a lot of
yes.
inks. Don't think they have to be
No,
Catherine
but
Pooler.
I don't
But
have a lot that are water reactive, and so if I
Right.
and I really like the input that you gave me, that the distress inks aren't as crisp as hers, and I like that combination too. I like.
Well, it's nice that you can really, like, these are designed to stamp with as well as be water
Mhm.
reactive.
Yeah, that's I like a good deal. I'm real cheap. So,
Yeah. Well, I have found these inks to be good value.
I like that. That's all I'm looking for. Something
Okay.
good.
Oh, you know what I forgot? That I'm gonna have to figure out how to put a flap on this card.
And the cover doesn't
Oh
count,
dear.
right? Well, okay, there's several things you can do. There are you can make your front a little shorter and then have another flap over.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'll do that to help you out there, so I can show you what I mean. I'm just randomly cutting a piece of stuff off, and then if I have my stars on this, and I can put it on a little hinge, and that would be a flap, and then just hook it on the back here, the little strap. And can you see what I'm doing?
No, I have no video of you.
All right.
None. Even when I stand up and look down at my camera.
I forgot about that. Okay, so what I did was I cut about 1.5 inches off the front flap, the front of the card. I did it with a portrait view, and then I've got this little star thing that I just punched out, but it's like a medallion shape. It's a circle. And I'm going to put a little piece of cardstock on it so it has a little arm, and then it will become a hinge that will open up, and then it will flap over the front, the now attenuated front, and so you have to open the flap first that has the little medallion on it, and then then open the short face thing, the short card front. So that probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but I don't know what to say. So
it sounds a lot like
it's not an uncommon technique.
I may be missing it, but it sounds a bit like a gatefold card.
Except that it doesn't open in the middle. It just has a short flap. So yeah.
Got it.
So, but something like that would work too. So you could do that, or you could have something flap up, or you could flip that over so that the fold is on the bottom, and shorten your little inked spot, And that could be your flap up. Is your video frozen? Can you tell? Can you move? There. Nope. She's good. She's good.
I think no.
I'm just
Sorry.
paranoid at this point.
Yeah, we're all a little paranoid at this point.
Yeah. Understandably. Understandably. All right. What do you think about this?
So let's see what else you could do, or just put a little card, a mini card on top of it.
I kind of feel like I did that the first time.
Yeah.
So let me see.
Or some banners that would fold up, like pennants or something, long ones. Ooh, that's pretty.
I've got this. This is a stamp that I stamped a while ago. If I die cut it, it can be a flap.
This paper has too much pattern on the back side of it. Goes overboard on the colors, so I can't use it legally. There's that Gemini.
There it is. Yeah, it's not quiet.
It's okay. It has to work.
But that was partly why I was saying when I was using the bigger one, it was it's just because it's so big, it takes longer for it to feed through, and it made that noise, so it just felt extra noisy to me.
Well, how big was the plate on the Gemini, the big one?
It would fit a full 8.5 by 11.
Oh my gosh!
Paper.
Yeah, that's a lot. That would take. Yeah, I don't have any dies that would be necessary to have that size.
No, but what it's good for is if you need to, cut a whole bunch of dies at once.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I don't do that very often.
Especially when you don't have that machine. You wouldn't do it very often, but you still have it.
No. I do. It's in the basement. I should really sell it, but
yeah.
I know exactly what would happen. The second I sold it, I would say, oh, I could really use that now.
I have an espresso maker in the basement that I keep thinking, I should just get rid of it. But, it's the same thing. I got it for working at an office for 5 years. And I thought, well, I didn't pay for it, so I could sell it and wouldn't. But it's complicated. I think it's hard to use, so.
Yeah. I don't know much about espresso.
I thought I would drink more, but I don't. No, it's not. Yeah, Stephen has to make it for me. So, and it's not easy. You have to let off steam and things, and it. Yeah. It's,
oh wow.
Yeah, and I don't have that personality. I could walk away and have it blow up. Just like cooking.
Well, I mean, you obviously don't love espresso enough to wanna...
I do not.
Yeah. That's fine. That's just knowing yourself, right?
Know thyself.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And I can always go and buy one if I really have a hankering. So I think I will sell it. Do you want to buy it?
Yep. Nope.
I got an espresso machine.
I don't even like coffee flavor in my ice cream. Oh my goodness. So yeah,
you're really off
not
of
at
it.
all. So I would
no, it's not for you.
I can't imagine, because espresso is really intense, right? So I can't imagine that I would like it.
It's the frothy warm milk in it that's so good.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's the latte.
That's not the espresso. That's the latte. Okay, well there you go. That's what I like.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah. Espresso is like the little tiny cups, right?
Yep. Well, see, I don't even like it, so I might as well get rid of it.
Maybe Steven wants it.
Nope, he didn't want it because it's complicated to make. He was a barista. Is that the right one? Yeah, for a while. When he was in high school.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the place is still there. Sold the first cup of coffee to his dad. I know. Kind of a sweet little story. This is kind of a dumb little card, but that's going to be okay.
Okay. Mary, how am I going to fit a star on
Do you have a stamp that says no? You wouldn't even work with that, does it?
On that side.
No. I have these little stars.
Yeah.
Little gold stars. Maybe I'll put
Just
some little
use
gold
them for
stars on it.
embellishments. Yeah, that's probably not too intuitive.
Yeah, see, this is what happens. I start focusing on the things I like and I know, and then I forget that I've got the other
Well,
things.
I just remembered I have to tear something. So.
Oh, I haven't done that either.
Well, this is a really awful card, but it's going to be.
Okay, this time I'm going to try your ruler trick.
Yeah, it's a good little trick. I think. Do you have a? Yeah, just like that. One of those. You just have to make sure you hold it down really tight, and then keep your hand, your tearing hand below the tear. So you have to move it down.
Got it.
Kind of tear up toward it. By George, she's got it. How'd that work?
I don't know if that's cheating to just do the same tear as I did last time, but
it's not, because it's just a creative exercise, and you can't cheat on creative exercises.
Oh, that's a good way of looking at it.
I justify
I will go
my
with
life
that
all the time.
Bargaining.
That's right. Constant state of bargaining at all times. You learn to adapt, right?
Yep.
So what will your oh, you've already had Thanksgiving, which is good.
Yeah, we had Thanksgiving in October, but we're now being told that we can't have Christmas, so
That's.
I don't know. Remember back in March when we thought it was going to be like a 2-week thing?
Yep. Well. Now, back in March, I didn't know anybody that had contracted it. But now I do.
Back in March, the one person I know who died from it died. He was in the first wave.
No good.
Nope.
Dirty, rotten, stinking trick. Bad things. But.
Well, I mean, it could be so much worse. It could be a worse disease, or we could be in worse shape as far as, you know, like we can keep in touch online and all these.
Crash. So
that's just a timing issue. You know, like.
But you're right.
Think about how isolating it would really be if we didn't have all the technology we've got.
Yep, it would be awful. And I do try to think of those things to put it in perspective, so that like the people that in the past have gone through so much awful. The people that went to the Western expansion never saw their family again. People that came to the New World never saw their family again. People that would routinely starve to death and freeze, and you know, it's nothing like that. So anyway, this is kind of a downer, but so we craft so that we don't have to think about those things and just be glad for what we have.
Well, I find my friends who don't craft, they're bored and they're
Yes.
always,
It's a great diversion.
upset
It is a
about
great
it.
diversion.
But yeah.
And it's a positive thing to, especially cards,
Oh, I think so.
because you can send them and cheer somebody's day. And
Oh, you can? Oh, I should do that. I've got boxes of cards here.
I do too. And,
Oh dear.
I love cards. They're just like little tiny little art things, and they're just so cute.
Yep, and they're also a physical manifestation of good wishes.
Yes, something tangible. And
Yeah.
it's just so special, and to know that somebody has just spent time thinking about you, or at least thinking, oh, what's her
Yep.
address? And but did the due diligence to get the address, so that's good enough. About 10 minutes, you think?
Oh no, I'll be back.
Oh, you'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay. Dog walk time. Yeah, it's dark out. But they take flashlights and things. Well, I did some inlaying. Oh, look at me. Yes,
Oh, did you? I wish I could see it.
Darn it, that's right. You can't see it.
I'll have to see it tomorrow.
Yes. Well, surprise. That's right. It's not great. It's very, very simple. Maybe I'll put those in that part. I don't know. Maybe you'll never see this card. It's just kind of dumb. But
Well, I think you should post it.
I will.
I think it's good to post. Like, you think about like when I watch a lot of the watercolorists that I watch, they spend hours and hours swatching and mixing and like stuff that you never see, but they learn from. So I think that's good.
Your swatching the other day, I watched that with the swatching with the inks, and that was quite bright.
Yep.
That was a great idea.
That was
Were you in?
That was an accident one day. I happened to mix two colors and I fell in love with the result.
Fun.
So then after that, okay. All right, I've got my stars. I'm not sure they really go, but that's okay.
It's such a pretty stamp. It gives it a little reflective interest, and it's pretty.
Yep, a little sparkle.
Is it? Okay, so is that on a hinge? So it's a flap? Is that how you did it?
So that's, so.
Cool. Yep. Very smart.
There's my two flappy cards.
They're very different and cool. That's great.
Well, I didn't add black to this one. I think the black kind of took over on this one.
Well, it's just its own card. That's all. And you have the stars in the sky, and so it's fine. No, it's good.
Yep. Oh, I've got all the elements.
Yes, you did great. Especially under pressure of this crazy. I was going, well, isn't it easier to be on the second one? And now we've had this experience. It's like
you know what? It's easier from the point of view of knowing how it goes and knowing that it can be done.
Yeah. You're a good sport, I got to tell you.
The first time, it's always like, oh, what can happen?
Well, we're finding out.
Yeah, we certainly are. Oh well.
Yeah.
Switch your camera back up.
Can you switch your?
I wish we could figure out why my camera keeps switching. My orientation.
I think I don't know. But go ahead and flip to your face, why don't you, ma'am? And we'll sign off and call it a night.
Okay.
I think we could. I think it's
all
time.
Right.
We're gonna do it. Oh, we're gonna do a challenge.
No, challenge screen.
Or a challenge screen. Oh, that's right. Because you can play too. Maybe your internet is working and all your settings are great. You can send in your cards or to craftroulette.live. You have till Sunday night at midnight. Please use those parameters somehow. If you're going to do multiple images, put them on a collage thing, and so that we can only get one view of it. And hopefully we'll have lots of lots and lots of pretty cards to show you on Monday, and then again next Friday when everything's going to work fine. And we have our guest crafter, Karen Boyce from CSI, Cards, Stamps, and Inks. So there's our upcoming guest. There's Karen. She's also a friend of Ardith's, so you know she's a good friend, nice girl. We've got Julie coming up, Christine Bertram, Miss Carrie, who has been ill with the Rona, and Tracy then in January. We've got some other people coming too. So anyway, thank you for hanging out with us and being patient. Really, really appreciate you. I missed you the second half. I got to tell you, I really did. I like my chat friends. So we're going to bring Ardith back up. I guess we did. We already did it. Magic. And we're going to say thank you so much for being a part of our evening, our crazy evening. Can you see that green stuff? Going in.
I can't see that green stuff. I don't know what that is.
It's a Skype button.
I do not have that going on in my craft room. I can
you
tell
have
you that.
aliens landing. Oh my gosh.
Something happened with Katie.
It did. It happened to Katie. Was that 2 weeks ago? Something like that. And we could see it. It's a Skype thing.
Okay.
So anyway, and her little girl got really scared. But poor thing. Anyway, thank you so much for being patient, and kind, and I really appreciate your can-do attitude. And she got another card made. It's really cute if you did watch the second part. We will put those up on Monday's blog. There it is. Yeah, great talent there. And just remember, you are creative. We were talking about before the show that you are creative. And what were your words of wisdom? Can you remember? We talked about that. Yes,
I wrote them down.
That's probably good at this night.
And it's basically, as long as you're happy with what you've made, then it's good.
I like that. There's a lot of grace in that kind of sentiment. And there's a lot of people that don't think they measure up to all the superstars on the YouTube and Facebook, but they don't have to, do they? No.
Everybody's their own. Even the superstars on YouTube, when you meet them, they're real people.
They're just, they've dumped a lot of cards in their trash too. So it's all okay. I've got one right here in front of me. I think it's not going to see the light of day much longer. I don't know. It may get I don't know. I think I've had a crash in my card making tonight. So, Ardith, we will see you again in 2021.
Sounds great. I can't wait. Thanks so much.
And we thank you so much for your patience and kindness. And to you guys, kiss your brains. Stay crafting and have fun. Stay safe. And happy Thanksgiving. Night-night. Hi. Thank you for tuning in to Craft Roulette. I just wanted to take this opportunity to tell you about my other project, Fun University. Fun U is my online papercraft art school geared toward those who like to create. I'm live for 15 plus hours a month in our digital classroom. All lessons are recorded and archived in our library. Each lesson is paired with extensive documentation, extra examples, digital guides built on our own unique guide system, student galleries, and more. We have a unique think outside the kit approach to card making, scrapbooking, and miscellaneous papercraft art. We are perfect for the crafter who embraces the creative process and wants to thrive in the medium of their self-expression. Check us out at fununiversity.com. The first month of classes is always free.